here. Thank you. What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. I know it's been a minute since we last posted a video, since I last have seen you guys. Just had to get caught up with a lot of things. I think mentally, the later half of last year, I just wasn't there. And I didn't want to under-deliver on content. I didn't want to under-deliver on the content that I was providing to you guys. So I stepped away, took a little hiatus, restructured the approach to content and the community and the culture that I'm trying to build with this channel. And honestly, the little break was just good for me to just reset mentally and have a more thought out approach of what my actual intention is and what my actual goal is. Putting out content for you guys. Just getting my morning steps in, which we can talk about briefly. So cardio right now is 20 minutes, 5 times a week, and then 10K steps. Typically, I'm doing it indoors on a treadmill, but on the weekends, I typically like to get outside and just enjoy some of the nice weather that Houston is having. One thing that hasn't changed though is I still have my caffeine addiction, unfortunately. So, you know, got the special mix here from the local coffee shop that me and Vic go to. Just gonna get the morning started. Have a few things I have to do today in terms of agenda. I actually have a meeting in like 30 minutes, so I gotta knock that out. And then we have to head over to Target to pick up supplies. Supposedly there's like some freeze that's coming through Houston. I don't know, bro. I'm from California, not used to this like weird ass weather, so gotta like stock up on water, canned food, I guess, and get like a propane stove burner or some shit, because supposedly there's gonna be power outages. Pipes might burst. I really hope that doesn't happen, because that shit would suck, and I'm really not trying to deal with that so early on in the year. I'm gonna knock out these steps. I have like 3 more laps left. I typically do like a mile in the early half, and that puts me at a good spot in terms of my step goal for the rest of the day. And then I'll just knock that out. Obviously throughout the day I'll accumulate more steps, and then whatever is left over I'll just knock out after the gym session. And speaking of gym session, the split hasn't changed much. It's still the same. So today we have shoulder and arms, which I don't know, I think I'm gonna take you guys to Alpha Land today. We haven't been there in a minute. I'm like one of those creatures of nature to where I don't really like switching locations too much, because I know what one gym location has and I know what another gym location doesn't have. So I think we're gonna hit up Alpha Land, kill some shoulders there. That'll probably be a later session, just because I have some things that I need to get done today. But overall, it's good to be back. Looking forward to pushing out content for you guys. And yeah, let's make this year a crazy year. Just getting ready for the gym session. Just had my pre, nothing's changed there. Typical 90 grams of cream of rice. Actually, it's 100 grams of cream of rice now. Dark chocolate still, blueberries, almond butter, and then 60 grams of whey protein. Pretty traditional. That doesn't really change in the diet no matter which phase I'm in. So just going with some pump. It is a pretty late workout, so I'm trying to limit my caffeine intake. Already had a coffee today, so caffeine consumption is pretty much at the threshold I would like for the day. I have been noticing that it's been affecting my sleep when I overconsume, so it's just something that I'm monitoring in 2024. Today's agenda, we got shoulders and arms. It's gonna be pretty much a session that you guys have seen before, really just progressing through the phase, the growth phase. So loads are a lot heavier. Volume is pretty much around the same metric as it used to be, 2 working sets. And then I typically, since food is a little higher, energy is a lot higher, I've been doing some type of intensifier, whether that be a drop set, superset, whatever it is. Probably do drop sets is kind of what I've been leaning towards as of lately, just to get extra volume in towards the end of the set. Didn't really do much after the walk today, just got my steps in. Structure around that is around 10K steps every day. And then cardio currently is 20 minutes, 5 times a week, just keeping heart rate between 130 and 140. Food, not too high at this point in time, but granted I put on weight pretty easy, so I don't really need my calories to be anything drastic. Typically when I get to like that 3K mark, it puts me in a good range to gain about a pound a week, kind of just dependent on activity level, and then obviously all the other factors that go in, like PED usage, things that are going to spike the metabolism. Everything's pretty fair right now, so nothing is being drastically influenced. Everything is kind of just broken down to diet. Get a pan of this real quick, bro. We are literally stuck in traffic, which is like a bad situation because I already slammed my pre. And if I had to guess, it's probably we're like right by the NRG Stadium. And for those of you who follow the NFL, Houston just put an ass whooping on the Browns today here in H-Town. So it's absolutely like mad packed. So it's probably gonna take like another, bro, I really hope like maybe 15 minutes, but it's probably gonna be like 20 to 30 minutes. So I'm gonna be in this traffic for a while, just chilling. Got the new 21 Savage album on. I'm gonna give it an honest listen before I give my thoughts, but just right off rip, it's nothing special. It's just like another 21 Savage album, like what you would expect. It's nothing that's like giving me that wow factor yet, but like I said, I'll give it a full listen through a couple times before I give like a true rating, but it's cool. It's not bad. Like it is what it is. But yeah, man. Looking to get to the gym though, get this fucking session in. I'm like getting pretty aggravated. For those of you who live in Houston, you guys know that traffic is like stupid. It doesn't even matter like what day of the week it is, what time it is. If you live in the inner loop, traveling outside of the inner loop is always a pain in the ass. So it's just like something I'm accustomed to. And I bet you another reason why it's packed is because Houston's gonna have like this freeze going on. I think like Monday and Tuesday we're on like freeze warning. It's supposed to get below freezing. Somebody told me it was supposed to snow. I don't know if that's true, but like they're like putting everybody on standby just to be like aware that pipes might break and shit. And like being from California, I've never had to really deal with shit like that. So hopefully that doesn't happen because I'm not really trying to deal with that shit like at all. But yeah, man, just gonna be vibing out in traffic until we get to Alpha Land to get the session started. So run it. What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the video. As you guys can see, it is the next day. I was absolutely cooked from the workout last night, so I just told Vic, we'll close out the video tomorrow. Since we have a little bit of more time, I'm gonna go ahead and grab some groceries real quick and just give you guys a quick overview of my food selection for this lean bulk that I'm on. So I'm gonna head to Trader Joe's now, grab everything. Once I get back, I'll go over the choices and why I'm going with those choices. So I'm gonna head to Trader Joe's now because it is absolutely like gonna be mad there. So it's probably gonna take me like an hour and a half just to get everything done. It's absolutely freezing in Houston right now. So I'm like puffer down, all black, as you guys know. That's kind of just my vibe, but about to head out now. So I'll catch up with you guys when I get back from Trader Joe's. All right, y'all, just got back from the grocery store. As you can see, this isn't really, I would say, the full spectrum of what I eat on a week-to-week basis, but these are the staple items. So I'll go ahead and start with jasmine rice. I would say about for 80% of my carbohydrate intake, and then the other carbs obviously come from things like bagels, sourdough bread. But yeah, I would say these are pretty much my primary option, and the reason for that being is just quick digestible carbohydrates for pre and post workout. And then I grab these packets from Trader Joe's whenever I'm in a rush. I just pop these in the microwave for 3 minutes. Absolutely convenient. And then we'll move on to micronutrients. I pretty much just stick to asparagus, tomatoes every now and then spinach for the most part, but those are really only, those are pretty much my vegetable sources on a week-to-week basis. And then we'll move on into egg whites, ground beef, which I only have one red meat meal a week, so typically this will be eaten on Sunday, so this will be my meal for today. And then I always grab some whole eggs just to mix in some extra fat if I'm ever running low. And then we'll move on to the primary protein source, which is going to be poultry. I just do chicken breasts, obviously trying to keep everything as lean as possible. So when it comes to protein selection, I always like to select protein choices that are very low in fat content. That way I can control the fat consumption throughout my diet on a weekly basis. And then obviously just stocking up on waters for hydration. These waters are literally only gonna last me one day. I got more in the cabinet, but I was running low, so pick those up. And then some other options that we can talk about that aren't pictured in here, which I'll go more in depth for next week's video, but just off rip, I'll give you guys a couple options. So when you want like a high protein, low fat snack, you can do things like Greek yogurt mixed in with a little bit of fruit, blueberries, raspberries, honey, granola, however you want to cut that. That's always a good option. And then another protein option that I utilize is obviously whey protein. I don't really need to go in depth on that. Just a very convenient source of protein. So that is always going to remain in my diet. But yeah, this is pretty much the range of my food selection during this lean bulk. Everything, I mean, this is honestly only going to last me a few days. Typically when I shop, I only shop for 3 days in advance. That way food's just not sitting in the fridge, getting old. Just not my vibe. So I'll shop for 3 days worth of groceries. So this will last me until, today's Sunday, this will last me until about Wednesday. That's pretty much gonna be it. I don't really have anything else that I wanna cover in this video in terms of this, in terms of the nutrition side. Like I said, I'll save that for next week's video. Just wanted to give you guys a quick scope and provide a segue into what the topic of next week's video is gonna be. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. There are gonna be some pretty pivotal things that I wanna discuss in next week's video. I kind of made a decision today that is a pretty big decision. I'm gonna sit on it for a little bit before I share it with you guys. We'll discuss that in next week's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be providing content for you guys. I'm gonna see you guys. I'm glad to be providing content for you guys. The goal is to post every Saturday, so expect this video to be getting posted the following Saturday, which is what's today's date? Today's the 14th, so this video should be uploaded by the 20th. So yeah, posting every Saturday from here on out. Vic's gonna hold me accountable. I'm gonna hold him accountable. We already had a discussion about that, basically to kind of just accept that life's gonna get busy and we can't use that as a crutch. Just have to stay consistent and just keep pumping out content for you guys. But until then, I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out.